Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where in the world you are watching. Welcome back to Afternoons with Aces, presented by Tom Simkus and Lee Briggs. This is the third of several presentations we'll be giving over the coming weeks and months in our cloud reporting series. Today we have a short but important topic, installing and connecting through SmartView. For the uninitiated, SmartView is a Microsoft Office plugin that allows users to connect to Essbase from their desktops. Today we're going to go through some brief introductions for me and my co-presenter, Lee Briggs. Lee will then cover installing SmartView, and then I will cover creating the shared connection and the private connection. If you are going to watch our next video, which will be the fourth in the series, which will talk about SmartView options, configurations, and basic use of the tool. If you're watching that presentation, you're having trouble time connecting, you should come back and go to this presentation, and we'll make sure we cross-reference this presentation with the other one because the two will generally go in tandem for our SmartView users. Lee, you want to do an introduction?
Absolutely, Tom. Thank you. My name is Lee Briggs. I've been working with the Oracle applications for the best part of 25 years. I've worked with EBS for the first 12 years of that, and for the last 13 years, pretty much since Oracle cloud has been available generally, I've been working with cloud. I am the Cloud ERP Team Director here at Creo, now an SMX company. I am an Oracle Ace. I got my Oracle Aceness in 2013. I started as an Ace Associate. I'm now an Ace Pro. I've been an Ace Pro for 8 years, I think. And I am the first Star Presenter of the Year award winner, awarded from OATUG. That was in 2014.
Oh, thanks, Lee. My name is Thomas Simkus. I am the Commercial and SLED Practice Director for Creo Consulting, now an SMX company. I've been with Creo since 2017. I have my Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Business Administration from Ursinus College, and I got my JD from the James A. Beasley School of Law of Temple University. I've been working with Oracle for the better part of 25 years. Started out as an end user when I was a staff accountant at a company called Real Treatment Centers, and they implemented Oracle, and I liked it so much I decided to get into consulting, and I've been doing it for the most part ever since. I'm also an Oracle Ace. I got my Ace in 2014, 1 year after Lee. As another side note, Lee and I have worked together through various companies for the better part of 22 years. So Lee is generally referred to in our small circle as the first Ace, and I am always referred to as the second Ace. I am also the OETUG Star Presenter of the Year Award winner in 2017, again after Lee got his.
Okay, so let's talk about installing SmartView. So as Tom said, SmartView is a Microsoft Office product, and it is there as a plugin to connect to the Essbase cubes. So in order to install it, you actually can install it from a couple of places. You can get the download within the applications themselves. So if you have a general accounting manager type role, you should be able to go from your navigator to Financial Reporting Center and to the Tasks panel. That should open up, on the task drawer, you should get to open Workspace for Financial Reports. And once you get a pop-up a new window will pop up, you go to Tools, Install SmartView. Now, a few years ago, you used to be able to install directly from here. It would be directly from your instance. Oracle has actually stopped that functionality a little bit. This Install SmartView will actually direct you to Oracle's downloads screen. So it will take you to an oracle.com web page. And that's to really ensure that everyone is on the same release, the same plugin works for all the instances that Oracle is currently supporting. And it makes, certainly if you're an implementer, it'll make your life a little bit easier so you don't have to have multiple versions of SmartView getting juggled around. Now, when we do come to installing SmartView, which we're going to talk about in a second, you will need to close all your Office products before you can start the installation. So you can download it with anything open, but in order to install, that means shutting down everything Office, Outlook, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, whatever. It is a short install, but just be cognizant of that. The final part that we have in this document for the ERP applications, SmartView is only available to our Windows brethren. So if you're a Mac guy, yeah, you can't use SmartView with ERP, but I'm going to caveat that with a yes, with a yet. If you are using EPM, Oracle actually gives you a way of doing SmartView with EPM. It's not there for ERP yet. There is no guarantee that it's going to be coming to the Mac for ERP, but it's there for EPM at the moment. So Once you click on that link we had there for install, we'll take you to an Oracle page. This is what it currently looks like as of today. It will take you to the Oracle SmartView for Office install. You're going to click on that download, and then you will select the Oracle SmartView for Office link that we have in that bottom slide there. As I said, this used to be directly from the instance. Now it's taking you to oracle.com for this kind of thing. Okay. You're going to click on download. Now you do need an oracle.com support account for this. So you have to have either your user, you have to have a user associated with your CSI, or if you are a slightly larger company, maybe you have a IT person who has an account and they store this version locally. But this is the way that they would be getting this install anyway. You're going to hit download now. You're going to possibly get a warning coming up saying, are you sure about this? This is coming from a website maybe you haven't downloaded it before, but you allow that security go through, and you will get a zip file installed. So you can see on the top screen there, it's kind of blurry because we've got some, we compressed the graphic a little bit. You have a zip file, so you're going to uninstall, you're going to unzip the file, and you're going to run that SmartView program. Now, important caveat for this. You want to run this as an administrator. So when you if you right click on SmartView there, you will have an option to run as an administrator. If you are not an administrator to your local machine, your PC, your laptop, whatever, you will need to get an admin, I'm guessing would be your IT staff, to help you run that. As I said, you have to have all your all your Office plugins and applications closed down at this point while this installs. So you hit allow, and you have everything installed. So Tom, I think you're up.
So once it's installed on your desktop, you're actually going to want to configure the URL and your connection methods. So, where do you get the information to do this? From Oracle ERP Cloud. What you want to do is you want to have login. You want to click on your Financial Reporting Center icon. Here we're using the quick launch page if you wanted to do this from the hamburger, as it is so lovingly called. It is available under Tools, I believe. Other. Thank you, Lee.
Welcome.
So you're going to click on that, and then once you navigate to that page, you're going to click on the task pane, and you're going to click on Open Workspace for Financial Reporting. From there, you're going to get the proper connection. So there's really two kind of connections that you can create or use when you're using SmartView. The first one is a shared connection. And this is perfectly fine if you are a consultant and you have multiple connections. It's also fine if you are an end user and you've got multiple cloud environments that you're connecting to, dev and test and prod. So to get to that shared connection, you're going to want to copy the workspace URL by removing the index.jsp and adding SmartView providers at the end. So the way that you launch this is if you are launching Microsoft Excel and you have SmartView installed, there will be a ribbon at the top of your screen. You will click on SmartView. Under that ribbon, you will click Members, and then you will click Advanced, and there's your connections. So the base URL that's there looks similar to this. It'll have HTTPS, and then it'll have Oracle Cloud. It'll have index.jsp. What you're really going to want to do is just, again, copy that URL from the prior page. Then you're going to add SmartView SmartView providers at the end. And that's really pretty much it. You put that in.
And the case has to match there. So it's not SmartView providers lowercase. It is uppercase S, uppercase V, uppercase P.
That's why you want to copy and paste it. So again, here's that navigation. We're in Excel. We're in the SmartView ribbon. We're clicking Options under that SmartView ribbon. Clicking Advanced. Okay. And then, again, the screenshot's a little small, so I apologize. But in that shared connections URL field, you can copy and paste that value in with SmartView providers and click OK. And then it's saved. Then you're good to go. Now, what you can also do is you can copy and paste that URL, and if you've got test, you can add -test or -dev1, depending upon what your environment is. But you can add all those URLs at the same time, and they will appear in your drop-down list when you're clicking on your shared connections. You just kind of have to change that each time when you're connecting, which is the kind of drawback to a shared URL. And the benefit of a private URL, which we're going to get to in a second, is that you can save it and give it your own name. so that you know where you're connecting. So private connection, how do you do it? And what's the benefits? First thing is it does allow you to save multiple connections, and you can give it a meaningful name. So you can give it a name of prod. You don't just have to look in the URL. You can give it a name of dev. Why I like this is because if you are connecting to ERP and you're also connecting to EPM, you can discern where you are connecting from the private connection name. So I typically recommend, and again, it's really preference, but I really like my connection names prefaced with the name or the type of environment to which I'm connecting. So I will normally say prod underscore ERP, prod underscore EPM planning and budgeting, prod underscore EPM FCCS. So you could have multiple connections again, depending upon the application to which you're connecting. And the last point is if you want to connect to OTBI, it is required to have a private connection. You cannot create and save a shared connection and have it work for connecting to OTBI. And there's probably a couple folks out there right now saying, ooh, what is this OTBI? We are actually going to be doing a future session on what you can do with connecting to OTBI and how you can build reports and bring it into Excel. Very exciting, really cool feature, especially because a lot of people like to and continue to do the reporting in Excel. So what do you do? Again, similar function. You're going to click your SmartView. You're going to click Panel under the SmartView ribbon, and then that's going to launch this little window up there. So you got your shared connections. If you click on that, the shared connection that is active at that time is what will default. So if you click on Panel and your active shared connection is prod, that's where you'll connect. If you want to change it to dev, you need to go cancel, go to your options, advanced, and then change your URL from the drop-down list, and then come back and do a shared connection. Whereas this way, you select private connection. You're going to say create new connection, and then what will pop up is what are you trying to connect to? As you can see, the choice that's highlighted in here is the SmartView HTTP provider. So we're connecting that for the Oracle ERP applications. And at the bottom, you can see your Oracle BIEE, so Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition connection. Once you click on that, you can enter your details. Now I'm going to take you through a series of windows to give it your name. So as I said at the start of this was a very short little webinar. It's a real quick session, but it is important. I don't see any questions, but we're going to give it a minute just to see if anything pops up in the Zoom chat window that we have. As we're waiting to see if any questions come up, as I had said a few minutes ago, this session will be referenced in presentation 4 using the SmartView options. We're going to go through the ribbon and all different things. And we did get a question that comes up that talks about, can I do a shared connection to my EPM environment if I'm not using Cloud ERP? And the answer to that is yes, you can. The behavior of SmartView is really similar if you're connecting through the tool to get through ERP or getting through EPM. So it really is similar. And related to that, there's another question about do I have to change connections if I am connecting through multiple Office applications? And the answer to that is no. So if you want to connect through Word or connect through PowerPoint, whatever your last active shared connection was when you connected to SmartView is what will be your active shared connection. I have never tried connecting Office to multiple sources at the same time, meaning I wasn't connected to test in PowerPoint and connected to prod in Excel. I don't know if you can or can't do that. I apologize. That one is a little bit beyond my area of expertise, but that's an excellent question. If you will put your email address in the chat window, it's not public, so you can't see it, but our administrator will see that, and we can research that and get you an answer later on. I do not see any additional questions in the chat. So as I said, this was a short one. Lee, always a pleasure doing this with you. I will see you next time on Afternoon with Aces.